Yo, this video is about women have rotations. Where's your place in a rotation, guys? Okay, so um, let's face it. You know, women have when it comes to relationships and dating, there's women are in the women have abundance. Okay, the abundance mindset. Okay, doesn't mean they find who they're looking for. None of that. But what it does mean is that they do have the choice, as we know. Okay, women have the choice. Let them have it. So what? Okay. Now, what they also do is women have rotation. Why? Now, this could be an inactive rotation or an active rotation. I always put that non sequitur in there because, not all women do all things. Okay. So, but we're talking about the ones that do those things that we need to look out for. Okay. Because most guys don't get this stuff, and this is for you guys. Okay. So I don't want someone coming on here talking about, a woman's opinion. She doesn't understand this is a man's point of view. Okay. Y'all have a lot of platforms out there. Use them. But if you're going to come on this channel, understand, and you're welcome to this channel, but the point of view has to be from the other shoe, from the other side. Okay. So that's what we're talking about, because that's what this is for. Okay. So let me continue. Okay. Now, what I want to get out there is women have these lists on their phones, wherever, but they have guys on their roster, whether, like I said, whether they're active or inactive. Okay. Now what they do is a lot of times, and you want to know where you are on that list or on her roster. Okay. Guys, you should have a roster too. Okay. Same thing applies for you guys. Okay. You should have that. Okay. I always talk about having a roster. Same, it could be active or inactive. Okay. Even playing field. Okay. Bottom line. Right. So, but women have it. Why? Because number one, they're more independent. Okay. As women become more less dependent on men and become more independent, which is great for them, as they should. Okay. Want you to grow. Okay. Women are more independent now. They're taking care of themselves. They're doing things for themselves and fight. That's great. But what happens also, they still need to feel feminine, guys. Now they're going out in the world with men and they're competing, and they have to have a masculine frame to some degree, or wear a masculine mask, okay, and be either a supervisor or someone in charge or a manager of some sorts. Okay, like I said before in other videos, a lot of women go to school and they're very educated, more than guys. There's not education as far as intelligence, but as far as credentials, documents, that kind of thing. Because a lot of women are actually going to college, and we, guys, we do other things. Okay, there's guys in college. I'm not saying there aren't guys in college. What I'm saying is, as per capita, a lot of women had to. They were either taking care of families, had kids, whatever, or just women that just stayed in school straight through. Okay, a lot of them stayed in school straight through, and had plans and stuck to their plans. A lot of them became. A lot of those women were nerds or bookworms or just plain old. Was in the struggle and wanted to get themselves out and wanted a better life for themselves. Most of them want a better life for themselves. Think about their kids, and they really feel they can't count on men, so they go to school to count on themselves, as they should. If you get a guy along the way, great. Okay? So what happens in that and all that, what also happens is, here we go, women need now, but they need validation. They're lacking that validation in a lot of cases. Okay? So they have a roster. Then, because they don't have time to pick each guy and spend the time with each guy. This world we live in now is instant gratification. Instant. So guys, like I tell you, have a roster. Okay. So what they'll do, they'll have a roster, but they'll have guys for, they want they want an all-around guy, guys. They want that. They do want one guy they can love. Most good girls want to settle down. At some point, they're going to want to settle down with the right guy, this, that, and the third thing. But if that's not happening for them, they say, listen, I got to start reserving some of this energy and start squeezing some guys out. But they bring guys in. And what they do is, guys that do a little bit of everything, guys, find out where you are on her roster. How? By her behavior. Okay? Okay? There's a few indicators that and telltale signs where you are in a position or somewhere in this neighborhood in her roster. Okay, guys? So let's go with I'll give you 5. Okay? The 5 clear signs that maybe you could be or not where you are on her roster, on a scale from 1 to 10. Okay, say for example, say if you're, let's go to the top 5. We'll go backwards from 5 to 1, 1 being the best. All right, so let's do it that way. All right, so, and like number 5 would be the guy that the cheerleader. Okay, he's the cheerleader guy. Who's this guy? This is the guy she calls at night. Um, he gives her free validation. All right, and there's nothing wrong with being positive and pushing the girl. Or that, nothing wrong with that. But if that's all you do and you never get to see it, these guys are under the influence and under the impression that, hey, you know, if I'm just a good guy by her side, you know, she's going to, I'll have my chance eventually. You understand? It's not how she sees it. Okay, if he's cheerleading her and she's calling him late nights, he's always available. If she's calling late in the middle of the night, she should figure he's got something to do, whatever. No, she calls because you know why? He's home to answer the phone. Hey, how are you? She tells about her day. Boom. About the guy at work she couldn't, you know, that's acting funny, or some guy that's hitting on her. She really, you know, I don't know what he's trying to. I don't know what his side. What do you think it means when he does this and that? And then you start giving her answers. Oh, I think maybe, you know, he might like you or whatever, you know. And she gets the information from you. She gets the validation from you. You laugh a little bit with and you still think maybe, you know, she, you know, I'm just happy to talk to her. You become supplicative because you're just happy to talk to her, okay? And then you say, well, you know what? We're off to a good start. You're going to be put in the friend zone, okay? Automatically. She goes, thanks a lot. You're the best. You're great. Bang, hang up the phone. That's good enough for you, right? That's a bad way to go. So that's going to be the cheerleader guy. That's the guy on the roster. That's in the back of her roster. She's not even thinking about you, period. Okay, that's where you stay. She's not going to take you, move you to the front and go, oh, he's a nice guy, this and that. No. Okay, you mean well, but you don't understand how she's reading, the signs she's reading, what she really needs from you. Okay, and so that's the worst place you want to be is someone's cheerleader, guys, because you end up being the friend automatically. Okay, and it sounds wacky, but that's how they work. Okay, don't look at me, look at science, look to the man upstairs, Mother Nature. You know, pick your vices, all right, or pick your avenue of you know, choice. So, and then you got the maintenance guy. Okay, that's number 4. So number 4 is the maintenance guy, and the maintenance guy, he's reliable. This guy is a reliable guy. He's a cool dude. Don't get me wrong. He's cool. He likes her. I mean, all these guys like her, but the maintenance guy likes her. But he feels like I want to be. I want to be the man. I want to take on the role, okay, for her and show her strong masculine energy and show her strong man. That's great. That's great, right? That's why he's in her. That's why he makes her roster. He makes her roster because he'll cut her grass. If there's a problem, he fixes the car. You know, he comes in with his cape on and he's Mr. Fix It, okay? He's Mr. Captain, you know, Save-A-Hole, okay, in a way, because he wants to make things better. Nothing wrong with that. He was raised the right way. He felt like, you know, if I do enough things that she, you know, she feels like, see, he wants her to need him. Got it? It's almost reverse neediness. He wants her to need him. Okay? But he needs her to need him. So he does physical. He gets himself invested physically in this, and he does things for her. And he'll fix, if he can't fix her car, he'll take her car to the dealership. You understand? Sit there all day and wait while she's at work or something like that. And she goes, oh, you're the best. So he's doing that with a chance, hoping for a chance. He's living in hope. Okay? He's the guy that's hoping for a chance with her. That I do all these things. He thinks tasks and jobs equal expressions of love. And that she appreciates the expressions of love that he gives to her. Okay? She sees it as this guy is great and he's supportive of me. That means she loves you because you support her. Okay, guys? So if you're that maintenance guy and you're getting now, see with the maintenance guy, you know, he'll get a tease from her, a kissy, you know, she'll blow him a kiss, she'll give him a hug, but it'll be a teaser no less, but nothing sexual, just kind of like, you know, a kiss or a pat. You're great, thank you. Oh my goodness, what would I do without you? And that's what hooks them in. What would I do without you? He goes, wow, she actually needs me. He needs to feel needed. This is the guy that has to come in and save the day. Okay, that's the Superman cape guy. Okay, I've been that guy before. I've been that guy before. I tell you, in our 20s, I was that guy before. I was a lot of these guys. A lot of these guys. Cheerleader when I was younger, didn't know any different. Maintenance guy, been that guy. Growing up and seeing people that needed stuff and people that were hurting in need. I was that guy. You know, I said, oh, maybe she'll figure it out in 20s. And, you know, that they say terrible twos. It should be terrible 20s because you learn a lot, man. I'm telling you, you learn a lot. So, moving on. So you got those 4 and 5. Those guys, okay, they're not going to really get very far. She's not going to all of a sudden one day go, hey, you know what, you guys, you're the cheerleader, I like that, you know, or you're a maintenance guy, I like him. I should put these guys up a little bit. Let me move these guys up my roster. Yeah, she's not going to do that, guys, because you're over-validating her. You're giving her way more than she needs, and you're always available. Women don't want what's available all the time. They can say they do. When they say it, it sounds like crap to them. Here, they go, I know I don't mean that. It sounds good to say, but that's not what it is. All right? So we know that. On this channel, we know that. But women, you know, they don't want to feel that way, but they don't know why, but they have to. It's still evolution. It's still hypergamy. It's still making the race better. They have to do it, whether they know it or they don't. It's instinctual. Okay? We don't blame them for that. They make better men. Okay? They put men on the earth, and they make better men. But you have to be a better man than that. Let's move on and get to that better man, all right? So those two, now the next two, from 3, 2, and 1, the thing with these three, they can interchange, okay? That's the thing. Because once you're a cheerleader and once you're the maintenance man, those guys are going to change. They're going to all of a sudden say, hey, you know, I like, all of a sudden, you know, all this stuff you did for me. You're so wonderful. I don't know what I'm going to do without you. She's not going to do that in most cases. Unless she gives you play, which she probably won't because you're doing too much. Because if she has a rotation, guys, if she's got a rotation, she has other options. She's got 2 more options or 3 more options. Okay, actually 3 more options at this point. And a 5-man rotation. Okay, so now, since she has more options, maybe this guy's cool, but that's not what I want. Now the number 3 guy is a fall guy. The fall guy is the guy that go on daytime dates. Okay, that's the guy that I do daytime dates. He'll feel as if I'm getting close. I just gotta do a few more things right. He might get a sensual kiss. He may get teased, a lot of teasing back and forth with her. She takes him out. He's eye candy. He's okay to look at. When her other plans fall through, that's the guy she's gonna call. Okay, she will still flake on him. She will still shit test him a lot because hopefully to make the guy better. But the fall guy's not going to do too much to shake her up. He wants to get in with her, so he's going to be extra nice. He's not going to do all the things the maintenance guys do, but he's going to be around. He's going to ask her out. He's going to talk to her. Maybe do coffee. Can we do all the light stuff? It's safe approach. Got it? The fall guy's doing safe approach. Okay, nothing aggressive. Okay, not throwing any sexual vibes. Unless she kind of says something, he'll respond, but it's not initiating. He's not initiating. He's a fall guy. So she goes, I'll call him, but she'll flake on him most of the time. If it's raining outside, it's pouring out, and everybody's doing anything, she can give him a call because he's always available. Again, the fall guy's available to hang out. He's a quick release catch. Okay? She wants to go to a movie, she'll give him a call. What are you doing tonight? Oh, nothing. You know, wow, what's going on? What's up? He's available, but he's dateable. Okay? It's daytime. Okay? That's because she has a roster. Okay? The fall guy has a chance, guys. The other two, no. Fall guy has a chance. He's got a minuscule chance, but he can play his cards. He can. It's going to be tough, but he can play it. He's like, okay, on her attraction scale, think of him as a 5. He's just making a 5. You know, 7's the sex size. 7 is the sex. 6 is 6.5. It could be sex, but in my opinion, on my scale, there's 6.5 and 3/4 to 7. 7's when the sex happens, guys. 7, 8, 9, forget it. All right. So, but he's still 5 fray, looking at 6 because he's still attractive enough, but he's kind of doesn't really spark her one way or the other. Okay, but he can still change that. He has the potential to change that. Okay, so then we go on to number two. Now, number two is the starter. He is the starter. He's the one she's hanging out with. He's something to do, but he still gives her a challenge a little bit. He still gives her, she spends most of her time with him, maybe 2 times a week, 3 times a week. He's the guy that she's calling on the list. Boom, 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 calling. Okay, not calling all the time, but what I'm saying is, opposed to the other guys, it's a whole different twist. He's like a 6 or a 7 on her scale, because this guy, he can get it, depends on a certain night. He may get it once in a while, once a week, maybe twice a week, but he's a starter. She calls him up, hey, what's going on? But they make plans together. She makes plans with this guy. Okay. And now again, now he's a starter, so he can have it any way. He can totally get her. They can end up having a relationship for a long time because he is capable. He's actually a 6 to 7. I put him in a 7 range because he can still be a 6 very easily, but I'm gonna put him in a 7 range because he is tapping that ass here and there, whatever. She might say, but on the scale of relationship and love, he's in the 40-60 of her attraction. Okay, if that makes sense. He's like, at a scale from 1 to 10, he's 4 to 6 in that range. So in other words, 40-60%. He could be her man, her life partner. He could be, but they just have a mediocre life. It's all mediocre right there. It's all just something to do. Some women can't go to bed by themselves. Some women can't be alone with themselves. They need a warm body in the bed. You understand? He's that guy. That's the guy that fits in that category. He has a steady job. He makes things go. You know, she got a steady job. They have fun here and there, but she's the guy. She deals with this guy. They deal with each other. They look around. They have other options, but these two at this level are the starter. He's always playing. He's always in the game. Okay, guys, he's in the game. That's the one that's in the game. That's the one that's in her circle. Now, the number one position, that's the alpha that she can't get. Okay, that's the number 1 draft pick. That's why I tell you guys, you want to be the number 1 draft pick. The number 1 draft pick gets a chance. He gets to select. He's the true alpha. Okay. Now the number 2 guy is not quite. He's an alpha for her, but he's not the alpha go-getter alpha. He's just her beta male provider. You know, but he has some alpha traits. You know. Now, he can fall off his fray. Number 1, the number 1 draft pick, he can fall to a number 2 if he's not careful. But if he's number 1 draft pick, he's highly selected. Okay, so he's not going to fall into that fray. Okay, he's not. He already knows better. Okay, so the number 1 alpha, she waits for his phone call. She'll break her plans and break her dates to go out with him. She'll see him whenever he says. She makes it available. She's curious. She'll give shit tests, but they'll be very minimal. They'll be easy to pass. Okay, so for him, you know, but he sets a frame. He controls the momentum of the relationship. He sets plans. Boom, boom, boom. I'll call you this day, call you that day. If he flakes on her, she's get back to the starter or back to number 3, which is the fall guy. Chances are she'll probably go to the fall guy and skip the starter, because if she's going with the alpha or the number 1 guy, she doesn't want to be with the starter all the time. She wants a space, because our focus is going to be on that alpha guy, that number 1 frame, because he's actually giving her airtime. You understand that? When the alpha guy is away and not giving her and treating her like a fall guy, she goes back to the second starter, to that number 2 guy, which is her number 1. When you look at this, that's why I say number 1, 2, and 3 can interchange. Okay, if the number 2 guy, which is the starter, decides to say, you know what, I'm not doing this, he puts his foot down. Okay, he can change that frame. So if you're a number 2 guy, you can change the frame with your girl and take on those alpha traits. That look at my videos and then look and have the quality, initiate, romance and sex. You need women. Women need romance, guys. Don't let nobody tell you they don't need romance. Women need romance. Listen, women need it. You don't do it, someone else will do it for you and you'll lose your girl that way. How about that? And you will be fall guy. Okay? Because the alpha guy's going to romance her, man. I don't care what these people are talking about. Alpha's going to alpha. Women need romance. The true alpha understands that. He understands the women's needs and how they think. Okay? So don't forget that. This is very important, man. I put this stuff so you guys can get this shit. Okay? This is very important. So with that frame, she's always seeking out this alpha. So if she's always seeking and pursuing you, she's invested. Okay, she's not going anywhere, and she's waiting for you whenever you're ready. Because you can say a couple things to her, you set up a plan, or she's going to make that plan with you. Okay, so if you flake on her, you understand, then she'll go back to the fall guy. Because if she goes to number 2, her starter guy, that emotion may show up on her. It'll show up. He'll say, "Why are you acting funny? You kind of," because number 2 guy's too close. He's because they spend a lot of time together. Don't forget, they spend time together. Don't forget that they spend a lot of time together. They may even live together, okay, or stay over each other's house. You know, he stays over for the weekend, or every other day, or 3 times a week he's staying over, or whatever. So they can kind of feel each other's vibe. So that's why she would skip the number 2, which is the starter, and go to fallback guy, emotional fallback. Okay, so that's how that goes, guys. All right. So again, you want to be in the best position to win. Like I told you want to be the number 1 draft pick. You're always being sought out, being sought after. Okay, be that guy. Period. Okay, you don't know, figure it out. Okay, create the emotions, create the romance, create situations, have stuff to do, be interesting. Okay, listen. All right.